Well, welcome back to the channel, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I've got a recipe for you that's a halibut recipe, fish and chips. But before I do that, I gotta thank all of the new subscribers, and I appreciate all of the old subscribers as well. Boy, the last crabbing video that I did got a ton of views. I can't believe it. It's a lot more views than I could have ever have asked for, man. I appreciate you guys watching it. Even if you're skipping, I appreciate you guys watching it, and I'm seeing what you're doing. But yeah, today I've got a fish and chips recipe to share with you, only because I've got a ton of halibut that's still left over in the freezer. So we're gonna use it up. I'm gonna make my plate on fish and chips, and the chips are gonna be a crisp cut fry that's truffled with garlic. So we're gonna cheat a little bit. I mean, I don't have fresh truffles, but we'll use the truffle oil. We'll make it work. I hope that you give it a shot. Stay tuned. I'm gonna make it for you. I hope that you like it. Stand by. All right, so we're gonna go through some of the ingredients that you're gonna need for this recipe. You'll need the garlic powder for the batter. You're gonna need some breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs. If you use plain, then you're gonna have to find Italian seasoning, but I've already got Italian breadcrumbs ready to go. You'll need some black pepper. You're gonna need some dill weed. You're gonna need the beer. I choose Blue Moon because I like the flavor of the Blue Moon, but really you can use any beer or any citrus beer. You can even use Shock Top, or you can even use Hefeweizen. Any type of citrus beer is going to be just fine. You'll need some cornstarch, some plain flour, and last but not least, you have to find a way to get some halibut. And lucky for me, I've got plenty of it. So here it is. Stay tuned. All right, so as I make this recipe on the fly, I forgot to mention that you're gonna need to find this onion. What is this? A classic French onion powder. I got this from Amazon, but I like to use this in the batter. So we'll throw this in the batter with the beer, and then we'll get that ready to go. So look at this. So here I have about a quarter cup of white flour, and I have a couple tablespoons of the cornstarch, and then we'll throw in, let's see here, I don't know, let's just say a half a package of that. We'll mix it up, and then we'll throw in the beer. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so I'm sorry. So we'll throw in the Blue Moon, probably about a half. Let's start with a half a bottle. Stir that up. We want a nice thick batter. So let's see what happens here. I may need to add more, or this may be okay, but I'm gonna keep mixing. I'm gonna add a little bit more just to kind of loosen it up a bit. We want that to be nice and fluffy, and then we'll let it sit. So we'll let that work. I'm gonna keep mixing this, and I'll be right back. So check this out. I got a couple more ingredients, or maybe 3 more ingredients. Okay, so I've got that dill weed. This is probably about a teaspoon. I've got black pepper, also a teaspoon, and a teaspoon of garlic powder, and we'll let that stir up. And we'll let that sit for, I don't know, a couple minutes while we get our fish prepared and ready to go. So sit tight. I got another step coming. As I mix this, we'll get you going. Stand by. All right, so as a home cook, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna miss a few things, so I'm gonna drop it into the descriptions to hope that I am able to put the things that I do forget, but I'm gonna try my best to include everything that I'm doing. So for the halibut, we are gonna season it with some sea salt. So we'll get that going, some pepper, okay. Just pat that in, and so we'll throw that in the batter and then put it in the breadcrumbs, and then we'll throw it in the fryer. It's that simple, really. Here we go. 350-degree fryer. Beautiful. That's it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do the rest. All right, I'll go ahead and work the rest of these into the fryer. We'll do 2 at a time. Probably don't have too much room to work. I'm just gonna coat these nicely. in that Italian breadcrumb. And pat that down pretty good, and then we'll throw it in the fryer. Yeah, it looks great. A few more pieces in there. Man, that smells good, guys. And I'll be right back. A couple more pieces to do. I'll be right back. All right, as these brown up, I'm going to take this one out. That one may be a little darker than I would have liked, but I'm sitting there trying to record, guys. I apologize. It's still going to be delicious either way. But I'm going to take out some of these. There we go. That's a good one. There we go. That's the color we want. Golden brown. There we go. There's another golden brown. There we go. I'm going to say this is probably about a good 8 minutes tops. Okay, we'll leave that in. And that's how they came out, guys. Don't mind that one. That was the first one that I dropped that I got busy recording. All right, so now we're gonna work on the chips. So I'm gonna put about a quarter cup of butter in a pan or in a pot, and then I chopped up some garlic. So look at this. Okay, so I got my melted butter. I got my chopped garlic ready to go. And then I'm just gonna stir this up. You don't want it to fry too long. As a matter of fact, you really don't want it to fry because you don't want crispy garlic. You just want garlic flavor. And that's all that we're doing to that. Stand by, got the next step. So we just want to cook the garlic in the butter long enough to get that garlic raw flavor out of it. And that's it. We're gonna let it sit so that we can get that garlic flavor out without it tasting raw. And then we'll let that sit for a bit while we work on the on frying up the fries. Be right back. So I've got the crisp cut fries in a little pot. I almost can guarantee you this is gonna splatter all over the place because I only have probably like a quarter bag. It's got a little bit of ice. So here we go. Hopefully I don't hurt myself. All right, so there it is. Here we go. We're gonna put in the hot oil. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this one-handed, but I've got these fries probably about 5 minutes. I'm gonna put them in a towel so that they remove some of that oil. We don't want all that oil. And I'll be right back. And what we're gonna need is a little bit of salt. So we'll take some of the sea salt. Okay, we'll put it in there like that. Then here's that garlic butter. All right. And then I've got some of that parsley. We'll throw that in there. And then what we'll do is we'll take some of the Parmesan cheese, sprinkle it on there. Then here is that secret. Truffle oil. I'm going to stir this up. All right, guys, here we go. We're about to do some plating. I'm just going to pour it right onto our plate. Just like that. That looks wonderful. Okay. And what we're also going to do is we're going to take some of this parsley. Go like that. Okay. And then what we'll do is take our fish. Start plating our fish. And that's it, guys. Check that out. Here we go. Look at that. Fish and chips, Captain Rick's way. All right, so you know we cannot have fish and chips without the homemade tartar. So what we need is some mayo. Just grab a couple of good spoons of this. Okay. Oops, sorry. Being totally rustic here. We're gonna need some relish. Okay, so we'll squeeze some relish into there. Boom. Just probably about a tablespoon. We do need some apple cider vinegar. Okay, probably like about a half or a teaspoon. Okay, we're gonna need some mustard. Okay, some paprika. I'm trying to rush here only because Instagram only allows me a certain amount, probably about a good sprinkle, and then some dill weed right there. Boom. A good couple, and then we'll just stir it up. Oh, lemon. Squeeze that lemon in there. Okay, some more lemon, probably about a good 2 tablespoons. Ooh, I got the seeds in there. Don't worry about that. I'm not gonna eat the seeds. I'm gonna stir that up. And that is our homemade tartar, guys. It's that simple. Homemade tartar on a little platter. Okay, we'll set it over here. Last but not least, we're done. Guys, there is Captain Rick's take on fish and chips. You're gonna love it. You have to give it a try. I promise you, you will absolutely love it. There it is. My play on fish and chips. I hope that you enjoyed watching. I probably missed a few things, so I'll throw all of the ingredients down below in the description for you guys to follow, but at least you get a rough idea of how to make this. So check this out. Here we go. My take on fish and chips with a homemade tartar sauce. Man, that looks so good, guys. Smells good too. That's it. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I'm about to eat now. All right, we're gonna break into this. Nice, fluffy. We'll break this off. Put that into our homemade sauce. Here we go. Oh yeah. You've got to give this a shot, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode, my next cooking segment. I hope that you enjoyed watching this one. I've got more to come. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Give it a try. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much. See you on the next one.